Raise your hand if you can't hear me. I had a principal who used to come on the PA system and say, we're having trouble. Please buzz the office if you can't hear me. I would like to welcome everybody and thank you for coming to Bill's Bench dedication. What we're going to do, I'm going to start and then you can come up and speak because we are in a weird time still with COVID. I have wipey things for you to use on the microphone after you have finished and a trash bag for you to put the wipey thing in after you're finished so that we don't inadvertently share germs.
Stay on the mic and don't talk with your hands.
I just got my director just said stay with your mouth on the mic and don't talk with your hands, which is really hard for me. I'm going to start with a part of a quote that most of you have probably heard or read. It's the one that says, throughout your life, there are people who are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. The people who are in your life for a reason are those that you sort of know, you don't know them really well. Could be a receptionist at the doctor's office, somebody that you know for a short time, and then they're gone. Then there are people that are in your life for a season. For example, your college roommate all throughout college, or a coworker you shared an office with for about 5 years. These people you know a little bit better. You share a little bit more of yourself with them, and they share a little bit more of themselves with you. But again, they're there for a short time, and then they're gone. Finally, there are the people who have a slightly bigger role in your life. These are the people that are in your life for a lifetime. These are people that impact you throughout your life. You remember them. You think about them a lot. They impact who you are today, who you were, who you become, and they cross your mind many, many times throughout your life. All of us here knew Bill in different degrees. We all knew his smile, his kindness, his love for BJ, his love for his children and grandchildren, how much he loved the community, and also his complete inability to walk through the neighborhood without stopping for a nice long chat. No matter how you knew Bill or for how long, whether he was a reason person in your life, a seasoned person, he had the effect on all of us of being a lifetime person, somebody who was completely unforgettable. Is there somebody that would like to go next?
I want to get it over with.
You got this, Mom.
Don't feel like Donna. Stay on the mic. If you want to take it out and hold it, you can do that.
No, that's all right. I don't know how to thank everybody. Everybody's been so good to us here at Holland Mills. I just want to say my two of my kids are here, Casey and Chris. My other son couldn't be here. He had things to do with the grandchildren and etc. Bill's youngest brother, Bruce, is here, and my sister-in-law, Ro, and their grandchildren, Will and Emma, and my cousin, Charlie and Anne Marie, who live down in Ocean View. Bill and I kind of told them to come to lovely Delaware. When we did the Mass for Bill's leaving us, no one but the priest was allowed to do a eulogy, and I would just like to do a eulogy if I can get through it. If not, we won't. What can we say about Bill? Kind, generous, caring, funny, always greeted somebody with a smile. I used to say, what are you running for mayor or something? Because He never walked by somebody without a talking, smile, whatever. Bill was from the Germantown section of Philadelphia. He played soccer in the boys' club, and his family was members of the First Baptist Church of Germantown, and he learned to play drums at the Lang McCain Drum and Bugle Corps. He later joined Yearsley Blackhawks and the Blue Rocks, and he was a member of the 1971 national champion drum line there. Bill was a lifelong friend to everyone he met in drum corps. We met in drum corps when we were 12 years old. We did not date until we were in our 20s, late 20s. We didn't get married till we were 32. But we have friends we've known for 50, 60 years through drum corps. Every year we go down to Wildwood and we hook up with all our friends. And I'll be going again this year in the beginning of June and see all my friends that we've known for all those years. Well, I talked about that. After we married, Bill started to attend the Catholic Church in our parish. And our parish priest said to Bill one day, "Bill, you're more Catholic than most people I know. Why don't you join the church?" And so Bill did. And he became a member of St. Vincent de Paul Society, the Food Kitchen, he was a youth group leader, and he was also a classroom room parent, believe it or not, at our school. He was also the rock of our family. He was always there with encouragement when we were frustrated, guided our sons, enjoyed watching them play their games, listening to their music, attending their events, graduations, and always welcomed all their friends into our home. Having our extended family at our home in Lower Delaware was a joy to Bill, and he always planned the most important trip to Dogfish every time they came down. He was a lifelong Philadelphia sports fan. Eagles, Flyers, Phillies, and even the Phantoms he had season tickets to at one time or another. And his greatest thrill was seeing the Phillies and the Eagles win the World Championships and sharing it with his sons. Bill started as a typesetter at the age of 16. He worked full-time at night and went to school at Dobbins during the day. He actually had a letter from then Chief of Police Frank Rizzo saying that Bill could be out after curfew because he was taking the bus home at midnight, believe it or not. In his mid-30s, though, the computer age caught up with typesetters, and Bill lost his job, and he went back to school to become a respiratory therapist. He graduated from University of, UMDMJ, University of Medicine and Dentistry of New Jersey, and he went to work as his second career, which he loved, as a respiratory therapist. He ended it as a NICU supervisor at Virtua Hospital, which he loved taking care of the babies. That, he said, was his calling. Let's see. Bill was a city kid. He never ventured too far. So when we met and I would be like, "Let's go on a trip," he would first say, "Why?" But over the years, he stopped resisting me, and he enjoyed all of our trips. Even though he was a picky eater, we traveled the world, and he always found something he could eat, believe it or not. Sometimes it might be bread and butter, but and a beer. He always found something. And we have lots of pictures of Bill eating a cheeseburger or a pizza with a beer somewhere in the world. And while Bill left us too soon, we have a lot of fond memories, and whether you just remember him as with a smile, a hello, or a heartfelt conversation over a beer, he loved life and the people he met along the way. Walking the streets of Holland Mills or at the pool with his noodle and his straw hat. Just remember Bill with a smile on his face, a beer in his hand, and watching the Philadelphia